Las leyes de la economía
Economic laws are universally valid. They are apodictic, if you will.
en ese sentido, o son, si quieren ustedes, apodícticas. Son
They are valid anywhere in the universe at any moment in history, as long as the corresponding assumptions are met, of course. We cannot claim that certain economic laws held true in some historical circumstances, but not in others. No, no. The law that, other things being equal, any increase in demand tends to drive up the price is a universal law valid anywhere in the universe, at any moment in history. However, that law contains an assumption, other things being equal. I may consider a historical event. I don't know. Maybe I see that in Ireland at a certain time in history, the demand for potatoes increased greatly. And I look at the price of potatoes, and it turns out the price of potatoes did not rise, but fell. Well, the economic law is universally valid. All things being equal, any increase in demand tends to drive up the price. But here I see a historical event that seems to contradict that. I see that the demand rose, but the price dropped. What's going on? Is the law faulty? No, the law came first, and it is universally valid. If I study a specific historical event, and I see that though demand increased, prices did not rise, but instead they fell, then the assumptions are not met in that historical event. What may have happened to cause prices to drop even though demand rose? For example, a good crop may have led to an increase in supply that was more than proportional to the increase in demand. We know the law is universally valid, so if a certain historical event seems to point to contradictory conclusions, it is not that the law is incorrect. Instead, the law will direct us as historians in our search for the historical phenomena that kept the assumptions from being met. So, remember, all economic theories are universally valid. It is also traditionally said that the method of economic science is a method based on methodological individualism.
Menger
wrote a methodological treatise called Investigations into the Method of the Social Sciences, with special reference to economics, in which he outlines his whole methodological position against the historicists. He used the term methodological atomism. I don't like it because it derives from the word atom, which is taken from the world of the natural sciences. What does methodological individualism mean? It means that we must be able to trace all construction of economic theory back to the action of human beings as individuals. In other words, individual human action is the starting point for everything, and it must be the basis for all the economic laws we construct or formulate together. We must always be able to trace them back to individual human action. Human beings are the central focus around which all economic science revolves. This is beautiful because it makes economics the quintessential humanistic science. Therefore, all the economic laws, or economic pseudo-laws, which in the future you study or read about or see commented on, that are based on aggregates or statistical concepts, laws you are not able to connect with individual human action, beep, 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 red alert! An alarm should sound, because they are most likely erroneous laws that have been formulated based on warped methodology and lead to harmful conclusions. As soon as professors fill up the blackboard with formulas that connect aggregate demand, the general price level, and multipliers, and you ask, but how is that connected with individual human action? And they answer, it's not connected with individual human action. These are concepts we statisticians and social engineers measure and manipulate. A red light should come on. They are violating the principle of methodological individualism. That is, when we construct our science, we must always be able to grasp the connection between the laws we have formulated and individual human action. In fact, there is a famous quote by Hayek. He says, "It is probably no exaggeration to say that every important advance in economic theory during the last 100 years was a further step in the consistent application of subjectivism." He was right. And indeed, it is when theorists violate the principle of methodological individualism that the gravest errors in our discipline arise.